What if I told you that you've been communicating with the universe your entire life? Every thought you think, every word you speak, every emotion you feel, it's all being received, processed, and reflected back to you. Yet, most people don't even realize this is happening. They overlook signs, dismiss synchronicities, and remain trapped in repetitive cycles, believing life is random, chaotic, or out of their control. But here's the truth. Nothing is random. Every so-called coincidence, every recurring pattern, every repeated experience carries meaning if you know how to recognize it. The universe is always listening, always responding, always mirroring the energy you put out. The real question isn't whether the universe is paying attention, it's whether you are speaking its language. In this video, we cut through all the fluff, the new age clichés, and wishful thinking. You'll learn 5 practical ways to communicate with the universe and actually get an answer. Once you understand how this works, you'll never look at life the same way again. Most people go through life believing they are isolated in their own minds, that their thoughts are private, their emotions fleeting, and their words merely sounds carried away by the wind. But what if every single thought, every word, and every feeling was being picked up, processed, and reflected back to you? What if the reality you live in is nothing more than an echo chamber of the energy you send out? The universe isn't listening in the way most imagine, not as a distant deity granting or denying wishes, but as an intelligent field of energy responding to the vibrational frequency you emit. Whether you realize it or not, you are in constant dialogue with this force, shaping your reality every second. Your dominant thoughts, emotional patterns, and even deeply buried beliefs act as signals broadcasting your personal frequency into the world, attracting experiences, people, and situations that match it. This is not some abstract theory or wishful thinking. It's physics. Everything, including you, exists in a state of vibration. The chair you sit on, the device in your hand, the thoughts running through your mind, they're all energy vibrating at different frequencies. Just like tuning a radio, you are always tuned into a specific frequency, pulling in experiences aligned with it. That's why patterns repeat in people's lives. The same types of relationships, financial struggles, or emotional cycles. People don't realize they're broadcasting the same signal repeatedly, and the universe faithfully mirrors it back. If you constantly think about being taken advantage of, you'll keep encountering situations confirming that belief. If you're anxious about money, your financial reality will reflect scarcity. Expect disappointment, and the universe will oblige. It's not that life is unfair, it's that energy doesn't lie. What you focus on expands. What you expect, you invite in. What you deeply believe, you create. Here's the crucial mistake most people make. They think the universe is responding to their words, fleeting thoughts, or conscious desires. But the universe doesn't speak in language. It speaks in vibration. You can say you want success, but if deep down you feel unworthy, your vibration remains aligned with lack. You can visualize love, But if you carry resentment or fear, the universe will keep reflecting that back. The energy you carry dictates what you receive, not just the words you say or the things you wish for, but the frequency you live in every single day. This is why awareness is everything. Once you become aware of the signals you're sending out, you can begin to shift them. When you shift your frequency, the universe has no choice but to respond in kind. Most people live their lives unconscious of this process, believing life happens to them rather than because of them. But once you see it, you can't unsee it. Once you understand that reality is shaped by you and not separate from you, everything changes. Some truths are too powerful for a YouTube video alone. That's why we created Insights Academy, our free newsletter revealing knowledge too confidential to share here. Sign up through the link in the description and receive a free digital copy of the Kalian, one of the most profound books on the hidden laws of reality. Because here's what no one tells you. Whether consciously or unconsciously, you're already communicating with the universe. The real question is, are you sending the right message? If you want to change what the universe reflects back, you must change what you're putting out. That starts with mastering the most powerful tool of all, your energy. You don't attract what you want, you attract what you are. This fundamental truth separates those who manifest effortlessly from those who struggle and feel stuck no matter how hard they try. Most people try to communicate with the universe using the wrong language, words, wishes, and desperate pleas, thinking repetition will cause something to shift. But the universe doesn't hear words. It hears energy. It responds to vibration. Everything in existence operates at a frequency, like a radio tuned to the right station or a musical note vibrating at a specific pitch. Your body and mind broadcast a unique signal. Like a magnet, you pull in experiences that match your frequency. That's why two people can be in the same situation and have completely different outcomes. One finds opportunities, the other finds obstacles. It's not luck, it's alignment. Think about the last time you felt truly happy, fulfilled, and at peace. Things flowed effortlessly. You met the right people. Ideas came easily. Solutions appeared out of nowhere. Now think about times you felt stuck in fear, frustration, or doubt. Everything was a struggle, and something always went wrong. That isn't coincidence. That's resonance. Your state dictates what reality brings. Joy, gratitude, and love vibrate at high frequencies. They elevate your energy, expanding your presence and drawing in experiences that match. Fear, doubt, and resentment vibrate lower, narrowing your field and attracting struggle and limitation. This is why people who expect the worst often get it, and those who carry trust and abundance seem to receive what others don't. The universe isn't judging morally. It simply matches the signal you send. But here's where most people get stuck. They try to force positivity. They think saying affirmations or pretending to be happy will trick the universe. It doesn't work that way. Energy isn't just about words. It's about what you deeply feel. You can say, "I'm successful" 1,000 times, but if you feel like a failure inside, that vibration overrides your words. You can visualize love, but if you're carrying old wounds, those wounds still broadcast unworthiness. The universe doesn't respond to the mask you wear. It responds to the frequency beneath it. So the question is, what are you truly putting out? Not what you think you're projecting or wish you felt, but the energy actually existing within you right now. Until you shift that, nothing changes. Once you do, everything changes. The universe is always listening, not to your words, but to your state of being. Change your state, and you change everything. Most think of prayer as asking, pleading, begging, hoping for something or someone to listen. They see meditation as a technique reserved for monks or spiritual seekers, something separate from daily life, something chased fleetingly between distractions. But what if prayer, meditation, and presence aren't separate? What if they're different doorways to the same thing? The clearest, most direct ways to communicate with the universe and receive real answers. Prayer isn't about asking. It's about declaring. It's not convincing a higher power to intervene. It's aligning yourself with the reality you want to create. Most pray from lack and desperation, needing something outside themselves to change their situation. But that energy only reinforces their current state. Begging affirms what you don't have. Desperation solidifies powerlessness. The universe responds to energy, not words. True prayer is about aligning. It's stepping into the frequency of already having, already being, already knowing. What you seek is already seeking you. The most powerful prayers aren't whispered in desperation, but spoken with unwavering certainty. They don't ask for miracles. They declare them done. Meditation is the other side of the conversation. If prayer is speaking, meditation is listening. The universe constantly sends messages, but most are too distracted to hear. They ask for signs, but their minds are too cluttered to notice when signs appear. They seek clarity, but thoughts drown it out. Meditation isn't just relaxation or mindfulness. It creates space for the answers you're asking for. It silences the noise, allowing the universe's signal to come through clearly. When you stop controlling outcomes and sit in stillness, you allow guidance in. Answers don't come as words, but as knowing, sudden clarity, inspiration, or a perspective shift that changes everything. But neither prayer nor meditation work if you're not present. The universe doesn't exist in the past or future. It only speaks in the now. Most are caught in regrets or worries, missing the unfolding present where everything you need already is. Presence is the key. The more aware you become, the more you notice how the universe communicates. The right message at the right time, a conversation that shifts your perspective, an unexpected opportunity. None are accidents. They are responses, but only if you're present enough to receive. If you've ever felt your prayers go unanswered, meditation doesn't work, or the universe seems silent, here's the truth. You're not actually in the conversation. You speak without listening, ask without allowing, seek without being present enough to notice the answers already there. The universe doesn't withhold guidance, it's always responding. The question is, are you listening? Your mind isn't just a memory storage. It's a blueprint for reality. Every image you hold, every scene you replay, every future you imagine is an instruction. The universe watches the mental movie you play on repeat. Whether you realize it or not, that movie shapes your life. Most don't understand visualization's power because they think it's daydreaming, wishful thinking, or passive. But real visualization is active, an energetic process shifting reality from the inside out. When you visualize, you don't just think about something, you experience it before it happens. And when done correctly, it's one of the most powerful ways to communicate with the universe. Your brain doesn't know the difference between vivid imagination and real experience. Studies show that picturing something in detail lights up the same brain areas as living it. That's why elite athletes practice mental rehearsal, and entrepreneurs envision success as if it's already theirs. When the mind fully engages, it influences your body, emotions, and ultimately your external reality. But visualization isn't just seeing, it's feeling. Most focus on the image, but the real key is the emotion attached. The stronger the feeling, the stronger the signal you send. It's not enough to imagine success. You must feel its joy. It's not enough to picture love. You must feel its warmth and presence. Most get it wrong by visualizing what they want while still carrying doubt, fear, or unworthiness. They see the dream but don't step into the feeling. The universe responds to what you embody, not just what you want. If you want proof visualization works, think of times you unintentionally used it in reverse. Replaying worst-case scenarios, imagining fears as real, and seeing them manifest. That's unintentional manifestation. You're already visualizing every day. The question is, are you doing it consciously or letting fears run the show? If you knew every mental image was a seed planted in reality's fabric, you'd be more careful what you focus on. You'd see visualization not as a passive daydream, but a direct message to the universe. Combine clarity, feeling, and repetition, and you don't just imagine the future, you begin to create it. Your words shape reality, but not as most think. It's not about repeating positive phrases until wishes come true. It's not about saying, "I am successful," while feeling like a failure inside. The power of affirmations lies not in words, but in how they affect your subconscious. If you don't change subconscious beliefs, no amount of words will shift your reality. Your subconscious is your life's operating system. It shapes thoughts, habits, reactions, and what you attract. From birth, it's programmed by family, culture, and experiences. If you heard money is hard to earn or you're not good enough, Those messages became your identity. Once a belief is accepted by the subconscious, it runs behind the scenes, influencing everything without your awareness. Affirmations work by overwriting outdated programs, reprogramming the subconscious with new instructions. But to work, they must be done right. You can't parrot words hoping something sticks. If your words contradict deep beliefs, the subconscious rejects them. This is why many say affirmations without feeling any change. The subconscious always follows belief over words. To make affirmations work, you need emotional congruence. You must feel the words as truth, not just say them. When you say, "I am worthy," don't just say it. Anchor into a moment when you truly felt worthy, however small, and let that feeling expand. The universe responds to the vibration your words create within you, not empty phrases. Another mistake is only using affirmations when desperate, trying to force change from fear. Affirmations aren't about escaping reality. They're about stepping into a new one. Used correctly, they remind you who you are becoming, not desperate attempts to change what is. They reinforce your chosen identity and, repeated with belief, shift your subconscious programming. The more your subconscious aligns with new beliefs, the more your reality reflects them. Think about the messages you repeat to yourself without realizing it. The subtle self-criticisms, doubts, and limitations. Those too are affirmations, but ones working against you. If your words reinforce the reality you want to change, changing them is not optional. It's necessary. The universe listens, but more importantly, your subconscious does. When you start speaking from deep belief, when your words and energy align, that's when everything begins to shift. There's something powerful about putting words on paper. Thoughts come and go, conversations fade. But when you write something down, it becomes real. It moves from abstract idea to tangible expression in the physical world. When communicating with the universe, writing is one of the most direct, powerful tools. It's not just a letter, it's a declaration. It's a moment where you stop hoping and overthinking and put your desires, intentions, and truth into form. Most live their lives in their heads, unsure what they want, conflicted between fears and desires, with scattered thoughts and shifting emotions. Their energy is inconsistent. They send mixed signals, hoping the universe will figure it out. But the universe responds to clarity, certainty, and intention. Nothing creates clarity faster than writing. When you write to the universe, you must be specific, organize your thoughts, choose words carefully, and define your desires honestly. In the process, you refine your energy, aligning focus with what truly matters. Writing to the universe isn't just asking, it's declaring. It's putting your energy into words and sending out a signal. You're ready to receive. It's not just about what you want. It's about gratitude and surrender. It's about speaking to the universe as if it's already working in your favor, because it is. When you write, you're not just making a request. You're stepping into the frequency of already having, already knowing, already trusting that what you seek is on its way. Some keep their letters as reminders of the reality they create. Others burn them, symbolizing release and trusting the process. How you do it doesn't matter. What matters is the energy behind it. When you write, you do more than express words. You make a statement to the universe. You align with a new reality. You shift your vibration in ways thoughts alone can't. Think about the power of the written word through history. Contracts shape economies. Laws dictate societies. Sacred texts guide spiritual movements. Words, when written, hold weight. They create, command, and define reality. Your letter to the universe is no different. It's a contract between you and the unseen forces shaping your life. Written with clarity, certainty, and belief, it has the power to shift reality in unimaginable ways. So what would you say if you knew the universe was listening? Because it is. The moment you put your truth on paper and release it into the world with unwavering belief, you set something in motion, something real and powerful that will find its way back to you. Most go through life passively waiting for signs, hoping for luck, assuming that if something is meant for them, it will happen. They don't realize they are already creating reality, just not intentionally. Every thought, emotion, and belief shapes experience, whether aware or not. The problem? Most send out mixed signals, trapped in loops of doubt, fear, and hesitation, and then wonder why the universe ignores them. The truth is, the universe isn't ignoring. It's responding perfectly to the energy you put out. Talking to the universe isn't sitting back and waiting. It's stepping into the role of a conscious creator, aligning your energy with the reality you want and removing contradictions blocking your requests. It's about knowing, not wishing, deciding, not hoping. The universe mirrors your certainty. If you hesitate, doubt, or question if something will happen, the universe reflects that uncertainty back. It's not punishment. It's simply responding to the vibration you emit. Most sabotage their manifestations unknowingly. They set intentions, visualize, say affirmations, but then live in lack, frustration, or impatience. They check for signs daily, asking, "Where is it?" Not realizing that asking reinforces the belief it's not here yet. Placing something outside yourself creates distance. Chasing something affirms you don't already have it. The universe precisely mirrors this waiting back. This is why conscious creation is powerful. It's the difference between asking and embodying. Instead of pleading for an outcome, you live as if it's already unfolding. Instead of searching for proof, you move with confidence that it's inevitable. The universe responds to who you are being now, not who you wish to be someday. That's the shift. That's the key. Here's what most miss. Reality isn't testing you. It's responding. When things get harder after setting intentions, it's not blockage. It's old patterns surfacing. You asked for expansion, and now the universe reveals what must be released. Most see this as failure, proof that it's not working, and fall back into doubt. They don't realize if they hold alignment a little longer, stay in the frequency of knowing, the shift will come. At the end of the day, the universe doesn't give what you want. It gives what you are. When you become someone who fully trusts, embodies, and aligns with your desired reality, the universe has no choice but to reflect it back. It's not magic or wishful thinking. It's how reality always works. The question is, are you ready to step into that power? Most spend life asking questions but never stop to hear answers. They pray for guidance, beg for signs, plead for clarity, then return to routines that drown out those messages. They expect grand gestures, flashing lights, and obvious signs, not realizing the most profound answers come in whispers, small details, and overlooked moments. The universe is always responding, reflecting, guiding. But if you're not paying attention, you miss it. Signs are everywhere. Synchronicities, repeated patterns, bursts of intuition, unexpected encounters, gut feelings from nowhere. They're not coincidences. They're responses to the energy you send out. When you think of someone and they call, when you hear the same phrase multiple times, when you see repeating numbers or symbols, these aren't random. They're answers. Yet many dismiss, rationalize, or ignore them, cutting off guidance. A big mistake is expecting immediate, direct responses. The universe doesn't operate on human timelines. It doesn't always give what you want when you want it. It gives what you need when you're ready. Sometimes the answer isn't yes or no. Sometimes it's delay, redirection, or a pause to reassess. Sometimes silence itself is the answer. Silence isn't absence, it's space. Space for you to listen deeper, refine energy, and align with your true ask. People also expect answers in ways they imagine. They set limits on guidance. When answers come differently, they don't recognize or trust them. They ask for signs, but ignore messages in conversations. They seek clarity, but overlook repeated nudges. They want guidance, but dismiss intuition, waiting for external confirmation rather than trusting inner knowing. The universe doesn't always speak in words. It speaks through experience, alignment, and events that make sense in hindsight. If you want to receive answers, you must let go of control. You can't demand when, where, or how the universe responds. You can't micromanage or force outcomes. Real communication requires surrender, trust, and openness to answers coming as they need to. Most go through life ignoring the universe's signals, but you are starting to see beyond the illusion. If you want deeper insights, join us inside Insights Academy, our free newsletter revealing knowledge too powerful for YouTube. Sign up via the link in the description and get a free digital copy of the Kalyan, an ancient wisdom book that will forever shift your understanding of reality. Because in the end, the universe is always responding. The question is, are you finally ready to listen? Talking to the universe isn't about asking, it's about becoming. It's about realizing You are not separate from the energy that creates worlds. You're not a beggar waiting for signs, a passive observer hoping for guidance, or at the mercy of fate. You are a creator shaping your life with every thought, belief, and vibration you emit. The moment you fully accept this truth, everything changes. Most spend their lives searching for external validation, proof that the universe is listening, waiting for permission to believe in their power. They don't realize waiting keeps them stuck. The universe doesn't move first. You do. It doesn't shift your reality until you shift yourself. When you embody certainty and move as if what you desire is already unfolding, when your actions, emotions, and energy align with the future you want to create, the universe must rearrange itself to match your new frequency. This isn't about forcing outcomes, chasing, grasping, or controlling. It's about stepping into the energy of already being. Most misunderstand manifestation. It's never about getting something. It's about aligning. You don't need to force love, money, success, or clarity. You need to become the version of yourself who naturally attracts those things. When you stop seeing desires as separate from you and embody the frequency of already having, everything shifts. Look back on moments when things just clicked, when opportunities flowed effortlessly, when you felt deeply aligned with something greater. Those weren't coincidences. They were moments, your energy perfectly harmonized with the reality you were stepping into. The only difference between then and now is awareness. The more conscious you become, the more you can direct this process. The more you shift from waiting for signs to trusting your inner knowing, the more the universe responds in kind. But here's the most important thing. This isn't a one-time realization. It's a way of being. You don't practice it for a week and expect your life to change. You live it, breathe it, embody it every day. This isn't about hoping the universe listens. It's about knowing. Knowing every step you take leads you where you must go. Knowing the energy you send out always returns. Knowing you were never powerless, lost, or disconnected from the source of all things. The universe doesn't just respond to you, it moves with you. The moment you claim your role as a conscious creator, stop second-guessing, waiting, and doubting, and fully step into your power. Everything unfolds exactly as it was meant to, not because you asked, but because you became. If this message resonates with you, let us know by commenting. I understood it.